Everyone. Hope everyone's ready for tonight's live. Let's go ahead and get started here, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions in regards to today's topic as I'm going through it. So go ahead and throw your questions inside the comments. Of course, all members will get priority on those questions. Let's go ahead and get this ball rolling for those of you guys who are still up tonight. I figured it'd probably be easier to catch you guys tonight than it would be tomorrow, especially if y'all in Chicago. Beyonce's supposed to be in town. Y'all not gonna be paying me no attention tomorrow, and we'll be able to go from there. So, but either way, let's go ahead and go into what banks look for when you are trying to lower your monthly payment on your auto loan. Okay, a lot of times, people have these auto loans, no matter what your auto loan amount is, whether it's 300 a month. 400, 500, 600, it does not matter. You most definitely can lower your credit. Lower your credit, lower your monthly payment on your auto loan. Okay, guys. Hey, what's going on, Tanya? Let's go ahead and go straight into it. All right. So now the first thing that banks look for is number one. You think it's your credit score. It's not your credit score. The credit score does matter, but the biggest thing is, does the car qualify? Okay. A lot of people don't know that you have to qualify and the car has to qualify. Okay. What does that mean? That means that certain banks look for a car that has a certain amount of a time frame, that pretty much a certain amount of mileage, and they want to make sure that the car is not too old. Okay. Most banks will only go as far as about 5 to 7 years old in order to do an auto loan refinance. Now, there's some other ways to lower this car payment, but this is going to be the easiest way. And I'll go into plan B as well, too, if you're not able to make this happen. Okay. So don't worry if your car is too old to do this. You most definitely can still do this, because I don't want you guys to feel stuck. Okay. You listen, don't feel stuck. We can most definitely get you out of this situation. It's a new day. Okay. It is a new day. Okay. So the first thing that they look for is that they want to make sure that the car is anywhere between 5 to 7 years old. Okay. So we're in 2023. We are in 2023. How far back is 7 years? I want you guys to put in the chat. How far back is 7 years from now? So 5 years, what's 5 years old? And what's 7 years old? I want you guys to pay attention to this because you guys need to be taking notes. Okay. So 22 is 2023 now. If your car is 5 years old, that means that it is a what? It's a 2018. Okay, so 2018. Now, if your car is 7 years old, there you go, Mike. Right. So now that's going to be a 20. That's going to be, now we're talking 2016. Okay. So now 2016 is 7 years. Okay. That's about the farthest back that they're going to go. Okay. That's about the furthest back that they're going to go. Either 5 years. Big Mike just gave it to you guys. Okay. Big Mike just gave it to you. Shout out to Big Mike for chiming in. All right. So the furthest back that most banks will go is going to be somewhere between 2018 to 2016. Okay. So that's going to be number one. All right. So now that you have that, now the second thing is going to be mileage. Okay. It's going to be mileage. Most banks will not go as far as about 80,000 to about 125,000. 80,000 to about 125,000. Let's make this easy for the people that are watching the replay. Let's go ahead and put 125,000 inside the comments, guys. 125,000, 125K, whatever you want to put in the comments. Let's help each other out. So now, if the car meets those qualifications, you now got to get step three. What's step three? That's going to be credit score. Okay, so number one is age of the car. Number two is going to be mileage of the car. Number three is going to be your personal credit score. Okay. Now, the good news is you don't have to have a super stellar credit score in order to lower your car payment. Okay. In order to lower your car payment, see, Mike already ready for this. Mike is ready for this. Let's shout out to Big Mike. So that's what it's all about. Okay. You want to make sure that your credit score is in place. Okay. Now, what credit score do you need? All right. I already know Mike is finna give y'all the answer. I already know Mike is going to help y'all out in the comments. Okay. So now we need at least about a 640 credit score, 640, 650. Now, that does not guarantee that you're going to get approved, because number one, you got to have a score. Your car has to qualify. They're going to look at your DTI. They're going to look at your income. Okay. They're going to look at other factors as well. But again, I haven't gotten to that yet. And the reason I'm not going to cover income, I'm not going to cover DTI, simply because everyone's situation is different and every lender is going to be different. Okay. If you guys want to at least try, if you want to at least try to refinance your car and you meet those qualifications, I got a link in the description below. Okay. And I'll explain those companies in a hot second. But I know some of you guys are impatient and you say, you know what? I want to know right now, Calvin. I ain't got time to watch the whole video. But either way, that's the links in the description. But you need to understand, I want to set your expectations, okay? I want to set your expectations. So the credit score that you need is at least a 640. Go and help them out, Mike. Go and throw it in the comments. So we need at least a 640 credit score, okay? But again, the income, your DTI is going to be your debt to income. Every bank is going to have a different debt to income ratio that they're looking for specifically, okay? So there's going to be a couple things they're going to be looking for when they do that. Okay. The biggest thing is they want to make sure that you make enough income and that you're not currently being late on the car payment. You can't be late on the car payment and then use that as your excuse to say, hey, bank, I need you to lower my car payment. That's number one. Number two, you more than likely will not be able to refinance with the current bank that your auto loan is with. Okay, guys. So again, man, listen, see, Mike is helping y'all out big time. All right. So that's the thing. You are not going to be able to do that if you don't have all of these things in place, along with making sure that you have your credit score in place. Now, most banks will not refinance with you if you have a current auto loan open with them currently. For example, if you have a Chase auto loan right now, okay, chances are high they will not refinance you because they already got you locked in. Okay. They already got you locked in. Okay. It's all about money. It's a money game. I want you guys to put in the comments. It's a money game. It's a money game. It's a money game. Okay. If I'm going to put you in the bank's shoes, if the bank has your signature on 18%, 24%, 28%, 12%, whatever that amount is, right? If they have your signature at that amount, why in the world would they come to you and say, hey, we want to lower your car payment. We want to give you a better interest rate. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They cannot make this amount of money. All right. So now, Sweet Drips got a question. Hi, what if you want to get a car and your credit is 500? Very good question. Get any car. Get whatever car you can get that will finance you. Okay. A lot of people won't tell you this stuff because a lot of people don't have a long-term plan for you. Okay. They'll say, oh, don't do this. Don't do that. No, get you a reliable car. Okay. So listen, Sweet Drips, listen, get you a reliable car. And listen, you may have to go to a place that you got to find a place that specialize in bad credit auto loans. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead. I got a link for you. And I got it right here. So Easy Auto Loans for Bad Credit. So it's a company that's nationwide. I'm going to put that in the chat. Okay. That's nationwide. All right. That's nationwide. And I'm going to put that in the matter. Oh, wait, hold up. Let me see if it'll let me. Okay. There we go. So I'll put it. It's inside the chat. And let me go ahead and let me see if. Okay. There we go. Now, Brian says you can buy a cash car. It's nothing wrong with buying a cash car for now. Here's the catch, though. Here's the catch. Y'all ready for the catch? Everyone doesn't have a certain amount of money. Let's say it's easy to say go buy a cash car. And I'm not knocking what Brian is saying. Brian is trying to help us, right? But Brian also is understanding that, hey, you can only buy what you got. So if you got $1,000, you got to get $1,000 car. You can't get a nice go-kart for $1,000. Right now, can you buy a car for $1,000? Yeah, but how long is it gonna last? And when it's gonna need something before you pull off. It's gonna need something, right? So now you can most definitely go to cash car, 2,000, 3,000. But again, if you have family, we're about to go into the winter season. We are adults now. We're not 18 anymore. We're not 16 anymore. We're not 24 anymore. We need some reliable. I want you guys to put in the comments reliable. That doesn't mean that you can't go cash, right? So Sweet Drips, you could do that. If you got $5,000, you can get a decent car. $8,000, you can get a decent car, right? But then the question is, are you gonna really spend $5,000 on a car? Are you gonna really spend $8,000 on a car, right? So, but $1,000 is a good down payment if your credit score is not the best. This is the long term. This is the play. Y'all ready for the play? This is how you do it. You get the car. It's not gonna have the best interest rate. but I want you to understand the pros and the cons. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with the cons. Let's get them out the way. The cons is going to be it's more than likely going to have some age on the car. So it's anywhere between 5 to 10 years. That's number one. Number two, it's more than likely going to have some miles on it, over 50,000 miles. And if you want something bigger, it's going to have more miles on it. Okay. So I recommend something smaller. So, and of course, obviously, you got the high interest rate. We kind of covered that. No, we didn't cover that in that list, but that's pretty much your worst case scenario. Those are the cons. Let's go about the pros. Number one, you're now getting monthly payments reported to your credit report. Class, is this going to improve your credit score? Yes or no? If you have an auto loan that hits your credit report and you pay every single month on time, I want to make sure y'all paying attention, and you're paying this every single month on time, is that going to help your credit score or is that going to hurt your credit score? Help or hurt? Help or hurt? Put that in the comments. Is it going to help your credit score or is it going to hurt your credit score? If you have an auto loan that you're making monthly payments on every single month on time, is it going to hurt your credit score or is it going to help your credit score? Okay. And again, we're not challenging anybody. We're coming here with everything that we've been taught. But here's the thing. Everybody's situation is different. I want you guys to put in the comments, different. Everybody's situation is different. It's easy to say, hey, buy a cash car. But I'm not saying, listen, I know y'all balling, but I'm not saying Sweet Drifts ain't got no money. But if she got $2,000, we all know that car gonna need some before we pull off, right? That's y'all right. Listen, it's going to help your credit. It's going to help your credit. All right. So you're right. So it's going to help your credit. So that's number one. Now your credit score is going up. It's going up, guys. Now you're going from a 500. The next month, she might be at a 530. In 2 months, she might be at a 550. In 3 months, she might be at a 580. Okay. I've seen this happen before. Because now you have those on-time monthly payments. You have to have a strategy. Now that you got those on-time monthly payments, check this out. Now that your score has gone up, I want you guys to put this in the comments. You got options. I want you guys to put the word options. You have options now. Now that your score has gone up, now at 580, you may not have options. But in the 600s, you're going to have options. Guess what you can do now? You can trade that car in. And guess what? Now you can get a better situation. It's nothing wrong with buying a cash car. The problem is, in order to get here, I want you guys to put in the comments how much, and don't worry, I'm going to swing back to you, Brian. Don't worry, I'm going to swing back because Brian is bringing up some good points. He's bringing up some good points, but I want to make sure, I want to show you guys something. Everybody's at a different space mentally, and everyone's at a different space financially. I want you guys to put in the comments how much it costs to get a reliable car if you want to pay cash. I want you guys to put in the comments how much does a reliable car cost? How much does a reliable car cost if you're going to pay cash? There's no right or wrong answer. I want to see where y'all head is at, right? How much is it going to cost you to if you wanted to pay cash for a car? How much would it cost for a reliable car? I want you guys to put that in the comments. Tanya says $3,500. You can find a reliable car for $3,500. I believe that. Brian says $2,500. Jason says, listen, at least $2,000. You can find a decent car for $2,000. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. If you buy a car for cash, and there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, Jason says $15K, right? $15K. So here's the thing. Again, a Toyota Camry. You can. Watch this. If you buy the car cash, what happens to the credit? I want you guys to put nothing in the comments. Nothing happens to the credit. Check this out. Let's say you're on your way to a party. You need a ride. If you needed a ride on the way to the party, more than likely you're going to need a ride what? On the way home, right? That means nothing changed. Your situation didn't change. I'm not trying to put you guys in debt. I want you guys to understand where I'm going. If you need a reliable car, something more reliable. See, let me tell you guys, let me break this down. Brian's like me, in low key. Brian's like me, where as guys, most guys, we don't need a whole lot of car. Okay? You don't need a whole lot of car, right? So a $2,500 car, that's going to have at least how many miles, guys? Let's be real. How many miles is a car going, a car that's got that car that costs $2,500. How many miles is it going to have on it, Brian? How many miles is it going to have on it, Brian? And let me go ahead and answer some of Brian's questions. And I want you guys to learn. This is the learning moment. Me and Brian ain't going back and forth. We're not. We're educating everybody, okay? Because everyone's thinking like, man, which way should I go? There's nothing wrong with buying a car cash. What you got to understand though, if you here is that car is going to need something soon, and it won't be cheap. It won't be cheap. Let me tell you something. Well, you know these places that had these $20 oil changes, $30 oil changes, you can't get that on a $2,500 car. You can't. The miles too high. The miles are too high. You listen, I'm telling you, it's gonna need brakes. It's gonna need rotors. It's gonna need tires. It's gonna need a checkup. It's gonna need an alternator. Right? It's gonna need work. So here's the thing. This is my solution. Oh, wait a minute. So this is my solution. If you go with the car and you pay high interest on time for a short period of time, you then can refinance and then get into a better situation. Okay. Now I'm talking about people that don't want a $2,500 car. Brian, is it safe to say that everybody don't want a $2,500 car? Everybody don't want it. Some people some people got 2-3 kids and that car won't work for them. Some people got some people in a wheelchair. That car won't work for them. Some people drive too far for work. That car won't work for them, right? So we're talking about on a bigger scale. We're not talking about buy it and deal with it. We're talking about buy it, pay on time, get your credit score up, refinance, or trade the car in. It's that simple. You can't keep buying $2,500 cars for the rest of your life. You can't. You can't keep buying beaters for the rest of your life. See, me and Brian, we cool with beaters. We go from point A to point B. But if you want to take a road trip, we ain't riding in your car, fam. We not gonna ride in your car because it's not reliable, right? It's not reliable. You can't drop your kid off at college because your car ain't reliable. You know it's not reliable. Listen, I'm not talking about how a car looks. I'm talking about reliability. Now, if you just need something quick, I hear you. Don't get me wrong. I hear you. Here's the problem. It don't fix the problem. The problem is not the problem is not the cash that you have for a car. The problem is what, class? It's your credit. It's your credit. That's what I'm getting to. I'm getting to that. So you need to be able to get the car, right? Pay on time, refinance, lower that monthly car payment, and now you have a better, reliable car. Guys, we need reliability. I need you to show up at work on time, right? Brian says the car gonna have 100,000 miles. Brian. Now you know everybody here, they can't work with something that's got 100,000 miles. Now don't get me wrong. If somebody's 16 years old, that'll work. If they're in their 20s, that'll work. But once you got kids, once you got family, now you got a job, you got 2 jobs, you got to pick somebody up, you got to drop somebody off. You need something that's going to be reliable. Winter is on the way. I don't know where y'all stay at. When that snow hit the ground, them tires being bald going to get you stuck. So that means now you need tires. See, me and Brian, we handy. We don't mind going to the guy around the corner to go get our tires fixed. We don't mind going to the alley mechanic, right? But here's the thing. Everybody don't want to do that. Everybody don't want to do that, right? 209,000 miles. Jason, you a fool. Jason said this car going to have 209,000 miles. Listen, Daniela already know the deal. What's up, Travis? Daniela says, Danielle says over 100,000 miles. Guys, come on. Listen, guys, there are some things there are some things that just don't work for everybody. Let me just say it like that. Again, for Brian's situation, he's like, dude, listen, I got a couple grand in the bank. And my car go out, I'm just going to buy a cash car. I'm good. I feel you. But everybody it's not going to work. Some people need something that's going to be, some people drive for a living. Now I know some people work from home, but some people say, listen, I need something reliable. But let's get back to the subject at hand, okay? Well, first of all, let me make sure I'm answering everybody's questions in here. Now, this is a live, okay? So anybody's watching the replay, that's why, I want to make sure everybody gets their questions answered. Let's go back up to it. All right. So Brian says 500 credit score will have you at 30% interest. Incorrect. See, Brian is only trying to help us just like anybody else will try to help us, right? Based on how much information we know. We don't know what we don't know. You're not going to be at 30%, Brian. Maybe in your state. You'll be around 24%. For sure, 24%. But you can get 18%, right? But it's not about the percentage at the beginning. Here's why is that not important? because you'll be able to refinance. Guys, I'm not trying to put you in debt, but what I want you to understand is something here. If you have to pay $2,500 for a car, that car is going to need work. And then if that car needs work, now you're putting all your money into the car, right? Eventually, guess what you have? Brian, if you buy a $2,500 car and you got to put something in this car every 3 months, every 6 months. Am I being fair? Every 3 to 6 months, that car going to need something. Is it fair to also say that car gonna need something that's gonna cost more than $300 to $500 every time it needs something, right? Guess what you have, Brian? A car note. A car note. If you buy a cash car and it's got 100,000 miles, you can't get a $20 oil change. You can't. It's gonna need an alignment. It's gonna need a wheel bearing. It need exhaust. I'm not laughing at it. I'm just being real. Guys, first off, let me give a disclaimer for those who are new to the channel. I've sold cars for 6 years. I sold over 550 cars in less than 4 years. I was a machine. Okay? It wasn't sales, just so we're clear. It was helping people, right? And some people, they would get off the bus. Some people would get off the bus and say, listen, I need help. Can you put me in a car? And some people did buy cash cars. But I said, listen, this is not a new car. This is not a used car. This is not a certified car, right? This ain't a car that's got less than 100,000 miles. It's going to need work. And it's going to need work soon. I want you guys to put in the comments, soon. It's going to need work soon. Brian, let's be real. How much is that first repair going to cost? $500 to $1,000. When is that first repair going to happen? Soon as you pull off. Soon as you put the key in the ignition, it's going to need something, right? But let's be honest, right? Guess what you now have? Car note. It's just stressed out. It's stressed out. You may pay cash for that car. And then 5 months later, 6 months later, it needs $1,500 worth of work. You said, man, Calvin, that ain't nothing. 1,500 divided by 5 months. Y'all know the math. That's $300 a month. You got a car note. Here's the worst part. Y'all ready for the worst part? It ain't even on your credit. Oh, y'all still with me? So it's not even on your credit. You need to see, the issue is, we're not talking about, hey guys, if you need to buy a car in general. That's what Brian is talking about, right? If you need to buy a car in general, go get a cash car. I hear that. But if you don't have the best credit and you need to get a car, listen, I'm telling you, you don't have to use a car necessarily to build your credit. You can build your credit outside of that. But what I want you to understand is you will put money into the car. If you're going to put money into the car, it may as well be reported on your credit report. And here's the thing. Now that you do this, again, I'm thinking long term. Long term is now we've improved our credit score. Now we qualify. We have options. We can refinance. We can get a personal loan and pay this car off, right? So either way, let me dance around in here. Let me dance around. All right, so here, Tanya had a question. Tanya says, you got to crawl before you walk. We've been there. We've all been there, man. We've all been there, right? And we don't have to do, and let me tell you something. Everyone's not in the same financial position. Everyone's not in the same financial position. Hey, Brian says, we all got a cousin named Ray that works on cars. You ain't lying. You're not lying. But here's the problem. Ray can't work on that Mazda. Ray cannot work on a continuously variable transmission, a CVT transmission that's inside of Nissans. He can't touch it. He can't touch it, right? Ray is used to Impalas. Y'all know, come on now. The alley mechanic, y'all know what he used to. What is he used to? He used to Impalas. He used to Malibus. He used to Caprices. I don't know how old y'all on here, but he used to Caprices. But either way, listen, have no warrant. Listen, here's the thing. Listen, Brian said he ain't had a car note in 10 years. Brian, listen. It's not about car notes necessarily. We're talking about killing two birds with one stone, right? So here's the thing. Cars is not your thing, Brian. It may not be your thing. But here's the thing. You may have a mortgage though, right? You got a mortgage. See, credit is going to get you no matter how you want to get got. Credit is going to get you no matter how you want to get got. There's nothing wrong with paying cash for everything, but you going to pay cash for a house? I'm listening, Brian. I'm listening. You pay cash for that house? You pay cash for that house? I'll wait for that answer, Brian. And I'm not knocking Brian. I'm just saying, guys, everyone's situation is different, okay? All right, so let us know if you're paying cash for that house, Brian. We're going to be right back with you, all right? So either way, Now let's swing on back. So now, what are banks looking for? Okay, so now you got to have that score in place. Now, once you had a score in place, now what? If you have an auto loan with Chase, they're not going to refinance you. Now, if you have an auto loan with a credit union, they may refinance you because credit unions are more relationship based, right? Y'all been seeing Star talk about that. Y'all been seeing Sledge talk about that. All right, y'all been hearing that right on the channel. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you need to refinance your car, if you need to lower your car payment, the first thing you need to do right now is go to the link inside the description. It's a soft pull. I want you guys to put in the comments soft pull. I'm going to start it off for you guys. Soft pull. It's a soft pull. Okay, it's a soft pull. That means it will not affect your credit score in order for them to show you the numbers. All you got to do is go to the link in the description. I got 2 links in there too, and these are not the only companies. I'm going to show you. I'm going to put you guys on some other companies as well too. Get ready. Get ready. Hope you guys got your notepads out. Next company is autopay.com. Lightning fast. Let's get it. So now, autopay.com is super dope. It is super dope. Okay. So now you'll be able to do that. We ain't heard from Brian in a while. You paying for a house cash too, Brian? All right, swing on back. Swing on back. But either way, and I'm not teasing, Brian. I want you guys to understand where I'm going. See, I want you guys to understand where I'm going with this. Okay. Either way, autopay.com is a soft pull. You go to the site. You put the information in on the car, okay? But here, honestly, let's go in order. These are some additional options, but let me go in order. And the links in the description below, I forgot to actually add. I got 3, so I got 5 links in total. I got 5 links in total, 2 in the description. The first one is Caribou. Now, Caribou's brand new, so they thirsty for business. They are thirsty for business right now, okay? They are refinancing a lot of people, and some people are getting as low as 5%. Now, obviously, if your credit score is not there, you need to get your credit score there, then you want to refinance. If you don't qualify, don't worry, I got plan B. Plan B is go with a personal loan. Plan B is go with a personal loan, okay? A personal loan will put you in a good situation. It will put you in a good situation, okay? I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description, okay? I'm into income to debt. I hear you. I hear you, Brian. All right, we're gonna move on past that. All right, so, and I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking that. My point is that you can't, guys, everything can be paid for cash. I'm a huge Dave Ramsey fan. I'm a huge fan of not getting into unnecessary debt. But here's my thing. There's good debt and there's bad debt. Good debt makes you money. Bad debt don't make you no money. A car is not gonna make you no money. Unless you're driving for Uber or something like that, you're using your car for something like that, it's not gonna make you money. I get where Brian is coming from. I'm not knocking the concept. My point is that everybody can't do that. Because then a person says, hey, the car that I need, the car that I want is gonna cost me $8,000. Now you sitting there catching Ubers. You are going to pay anyway. You're going to pay. You're not gonna get around it. You're not gonna get around it. If you pay for, again, I'm not gonna spend time on that. But my point is, you're going to pay. You're either gonna pay Ubers, you're gonna pay Lyfts, you're gonna pay your cousin gas money for dropping you off. I don't even know if they do that no more, right? And I'm not knocking it, right? And so, and that's what that's gonna be. And then so, listen, Nunley says, listen, he says my age, he says 6 years. At my age, I think that was my last car. No, another car will be cash. I get that. A lot of people are getting into pre-retirement, or they say, hey, listen, I'm done with cars. Listen, I don't like paying for cars myself. Or at least if you pay for the car and you pay it off, then I get that. But my point is that at the time that you bought the car didn't need work as soon as you drove off the lot, right? And so some people are not in a position to do that. Okay. So, and then listen, and then so Brian says you don't want to pay cash for a house because the interest lowers your taxable income. So here's the deal. But cash is cash. Cash is cash. Because see, here's the thing. One thing for sure, let me tell y'all something. One thing for sure is that the value on my house is going to naturally go up. Naturally. Mind you, I'm a licensed real estate agent. And again, I'm just helping everybody out. If you buy a house, cash or finance, you listen, there's one of my clients bought a house for $1.1 million. 3 months later, their neighbors sold their house for 1.3. They then put their house on the market that they just bought. And they was able to sell their house for 1.3 as well. They bought it within a time. They bought it, let's just say January. Their neighbor put their house on the market 3 to 4 months later for 1.3 million. They bought it for 1.1. And the neighbor sold theirs for 1.3. Y'all already know what's about to happen. They sold their house for 1.3. They cashed in 200,000. Can you do that with a car? I sold cars for 6 years, man. I did this game. No, I'm not saying you can't flip a car. I'm just saying, listen, I own real estate property. My wife and I bought a property for $130,000 in 2013. We did absolutely nothing to that property. Not in the bad way. Like we did like basic upkeep, but we didn't go from laminate countertops to granite countertops. We didn't go from carpet to hardwood floors. Like, things that would increase the value. That property went from 130 to $270,000 in 10 years with me doing nothing. I did nothing to that house. Can you buy a car, cash or finance, keep it for 10 years, and then go from 130,000 to 207? I didn't think so. Let's move on. All right. So now I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm saying that we're talking about, again, you have to do what's best for you. But if your credit's not the best, you got to get it fixed no matter whether you do it with a car, because you're going to pay anyway, or whether you do it when you get your credit right? Perfect. Let's keep moving. So now you do that, right? So now the first thing the very first option that I put in there, we want to go with Caribou is a great option. Brand new company. They thirsty for business. It's a soft pull. It costs you nothing to see if you can refinance your auto loan. I'm talking to people that got auto loans. If y'all got auto loans and you want to lower your car payment, start off with Caribou. The second company you want to start with, I got it in the description here, but I got to scroll up. Give me a second. Okay. That is going to be, I want to make sure I don't miss that. Man, it's a lot of comments, guys. I want to make sure I don't miss that. You got, okay, that's, okay, hold on. Let me swing back into this. That's what it is. Upstart. Now, Upstart used to just do personal loans. Now they do auto loan refinances, okay? Soft pull. What does that mean? I want to break down what that means. That means that you can fill out the application, okay? You put in your information, okay? They're going to do a soft pull. They're going to show you terms. Like they're gonna say, hey, your new monthly payment is gonna be this amount per month for this term, this amount per month for this term. Okay. So now once you do that, if you move forward, then they will run your credit because they got to confirm who you are and all the rest of that stuff. They may even ask for documentation. Okay. So those are the two options, but I got more options for you. Okay. The next option is going to be auto pay. Okay. Auto pay. The next option is going to be clearlane.com. Clearlane.com. It's owned by Ally. Ally Bank owns Clearlane. Check this out. Clearlane not only will refinance your auto loan, they will refinance your lease. So if you guys are in a lease right now and you hate the lease payment, like you can't stand it, you want to lower it. You like, man, I bought this car in 2018, 2019. Well, it wouldn't be a lease that old, but there would have to be a recent lease, right? So like 2022, 2021 said, man, I can't handle this payment no more. They can refinance your lease. You can get your lease refinanced. Man, that's a video title by itself. I got to do that. But anyway, that's going to be that company, okay? The next one is going to be autorefi.capitalone.com. Okay? autorefi.capitalone.com. You can go ahead and refinance your auto loan going that route. Okay, you could do it going that route as well too. Guys, that's 5 options. Now you say, Calvin, what if I'm trying to refinance my auto loan and they all deny me? Or it wasn't my credit. It wasn't my income. The car was too old, they said. You got to go with a personal loan. What did I say, Big Mike? Big Mike, you still in? Big Mike, you still in? He was here at the beginning. I'm not saying he's gone, but I know me and Brian was trying to educate everybody. We just trying to, listen, all me and Brian are saying is that you guys got options. If you don't want to finance a car, you can pay for one cash. Okay? Just have the right expectations. Just know that you do have options. Okay? So that at the end of the day, that's what that comes down to. Okay? But if you want to lower your monthly car payment and you're not able to do so, you have to get a personal loan. Okay? A personal loan, you take the personal loan and then you pay off the auto loan. Okay? So let's say you owe $8,000 on a car. And the bank won't let you refinance because they feel like the car is too old. You got to take out a personal loan, and then but again, you got to make sure that the personal loan, that the numbers make sense. The numbers got to make sense, guys. The numbers has to make sense. I want you guys to put in the comments, numbers got to make sense. Numbers got to make sense. Numbers got to make sense. It has to make sense. For example, if your monthly payment is $550 right now, but then the refinance is $600, that's not going to make sense. Now, if it's $600 and it's a lower term and you can afford that, that might make sense for you. Okay, that might make sense. Sometimes it's not about lowering the payment. Sometimes it's better terms. Sometimes you get a lower payment and you get better terms. So again, the higher your credit score is going to be, the better your terms and options are going to be. See, that's the thing that people forget. Some of you all got a car and you didn't have the best credit at the time that you got the car. Now you got a high interest rate, right? Now that you got that high interest rate, your score has gone up from 400s to the 600s. You've gone from the 500s to the 700s, and you have yet to refinance that car. Listen, just because you sign an auto loan document does not mean you locked in. You're not locked in. That just means that you have an agreement with that bank. Okay? All you have to do is what, class? Get a new agreement with a new bank. Get a new agreement with a new bank. Everybody wants your money. It's all about money. They want your money. They want your business. They want your business. Okay? So, but you have to put yourself in position. So again, banks are not going to call you. Most banks are not going to call you and say, hey, Mary, we see that you're paying us $600 a month. We found a way for you to drop your payment to $450 a month. You want to come on in? They're not going to do that. Now, the dealership may do that because they try to sell you a car. That's different. Okay? That's different. But what I'm saying is that you guys do have options, okay? If you got anything with bad credit and then now your score is higher, you need to look at what those things were and put yourself and get better terms. Get better terms. Put that in the comments, guys. Get better terms. Get better terms. Look at what you got. If you again, look at that interest rate. See if you can get something better. Now, what personal loan options can we go with? I just did a video on that. As a matter of fact, I did a short on that. You guys are watching that short like crazy. All right, so now we talked about that. So now what's some personal loan options? I just gave you guys some right here at the top. I got some at the top, but that's going to be, I'll give you guys some more though. It's so many of them, guys. It's so many of them. I can go all day for this. All right, now we got some questions. Yeah, get some questions up in here. Let's get some questions going. All right. So now, how long does it take to refinance a car loan if you just got it? Very good question. Shout out to Danielle for asking good questions. So now check this out. You can refinance an auto loan. I think the shortest amount of time you got to wait, the shortest is 30 days because two reasons. One, they got to see the auto loan on your credit report. Otherwise, the documentation is going to seem like it's fraud or something. I'm not fraud, but they're going to feel like, that everything's not registered. So they're going to say, okay, what are we doing here? But at least 30 days, okay, 30 to 45 days, not just for it to show me your credit report, 30 days in general, because by that time, now you're registered into the bank system and they can show proof. They can provide proof that you actually have an auto loan with them. Sometimes a bill of sale won't do it. Okay. So that's the minimum amount of time. However, if you went to a dealership and you drove off and they had you at like 24%, chances are, if you try to refinance, you're not going to qualify for a better term. So I would say the faster you can get your score up, that's how quick you can do it. Okay. But again, the car has to qualify too. So the numbers got to work for the bank. So let's go back into that. The mileage, right? Big Mike gave y'all the list. The mileage got to make sense. Okay. The year has to make sense. The credit score got to make sense. And then number 4, how much you owe on the car. How much you owe on the car is going to make sense. It's got to make sense. Now, if you got a car that's worth $5,000, but you owe $10,000, the bank ain't going to do that deal. They may give you They may give you $6,000 to $7,000 for a car that's worth $5,000 because your credit score has improved. Okay, but they're not going to cover that whole $5,000 difference. So what do you got to do, class? I'm gonna ask you guys a question. If your car is worth $5,000 and the bank will refinance you, but they only go. I'm sorry. Yeah, let me keep going with those numbers. So your car is worth $5,000. Okay. Your balance that you owe is $10,000. So you got $10,000 left on the car. I'm not just using again random numbers. And the bank says we'll refinance you. We'll refinance you, but you got to go ahead and put down. I'm sorry, you got to go ahead and go with. We're only going to give you $7,000. What are your options? What are your options? Option 1 is going to be to put down $3,000 so they can go ahead and finance the $7,000 if the terms make sense. Because see, you got to pay off the car anyway. Now we're talking about for people that want to. They say, you know what? I like this car. I don't want to trade in my car. I'm too upside down. I just want to lower my car payment so I can be done with this car. This is the option you want to go. Okay, that's option 1. Number 2, if you can't do the refinance, you can do the personal loan. you could do the personal loan. Okay. So again, but typically a sweet spot. I've seen people get good refinance rates at 6 months. I've seen people get good refinance rates at 12 months, at 18 months. The longer you keep the car, the better the terms is going to more than likely be. Now, if you got a car for like 3 years and it's been 2 years, just pay the car off. That's a little bit different. Okay. But for the most part, most people get 4 year, 5 year, 6 year, and in some states, 7 year auto loans. You've had it for 2 years, 3 years. That's when it's time to either trade in or lower your car payment if you don't mind keeping the car. Okay, lower that car payment. Now let's go ahead and go to another question. Summer says she got a question. All right. So Summer says, what happens when they cut you a check for the auto loan, but do not need the entire check? Okay, very good question. So they don't cut you the check. They won't cut you the check. Okay, the check is going to go directly. The check is going to go directly. Now, if you're doing a refinance, they won't send you the check, Summer. They're going to send the check to the bank that owns that you're paying every single month, because they actually have the title to the car. Okay, so the person that owns the car has a title to the car, which is, if you're paying a monthly payment, that's going to be the finance company. Okay, that's going to be the finance company. All right, they got the title, and then once they get paid off, now you got the title. But until that car is paid off from any source, that's when they're going to give you that title. Okay. Now, if you got a personal loan, let's say, for example, that you owe $10,000 on your car, and you say, you know what? If I do this soft pull personal loan, these terms are better than my auto loan, right? And then you get a personal loan for $12,000 instead of $10,000. That's on you. You just decide what you want to do with that extra money. But that's the only way that you would get anything additional left over for that. Okay. Or if the check is too short, then you got to make up that difference with your own money. Does that make sense, Summer? If not, let me know if you got questions on that. Okay. Let me know if you got questions on that. All right. Let me know here. Let me know if you guys got questions. Okay. I'm going to put some more stuff in here. So now these are soft pull personal loans. You're more than welcome, Summer. So now these are soft pull auto loans. Okay. I'm sorry, not auto loan. These are soft pull personal loans. First one is Avant.com. Next one is going to be Upstart.com. I got the link up there at the top, actually. So Upstart.com. You got payoff.com. You got you guys can Google this too. Discover Loans. You guys can Google this one too. American Express personal loans. They do that too. Right? Oh, I love Lending Club. Have you guys ever used Lending Club? They're amazing too. And they do refinances too. So Lending Club, right? I'll put these are all soft pulls. Again, you can go to all these sites and they'll give you different numbers. All these sites will give you different numbers. You can go to each site. You ain't got to go to all of them now. That's just a lot to keep up with. But pick at least about 4 or 5 of them, and then say, okay, cool. I try to refinance your car first, because if anytime you have collateral, the interest rate is going to be a little bit less. But some of you guys have a certain score where you may qualify for a 12% personal loan, but you have a 24% auto loan right now. Those numbers make sense. You got a 20% auto loan, and now you can get a 15% personal loan. Those numbers make sense. The whole goal is to lower what we're paying the bank. We're going to lower what we're paying the bank, unless you say, like what Brian said, unless you got the cash to get yourself out that situation. Then that's a little bit different. But if you feel stuck in that situation, you struggling to pay that $800 a month, you struggling to pay that $600 a month, you struggling to pay that $500 a month, lower your car payment. Lower your car payment. They're not going to call you and help you do this, guys. They're not going to do it. They ain't going to do it. They not going to do it. You got to do it yourself. All right, guys. Was this helpful? If this was helpful, listen, I want you guys to go ahead and put thank you inside the comments if this was helpful. Go ahead and put thank you inside the comments if this was helpful. Okay? That's what I'm here for. To help you guys make better decisions on this stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm really just here to give you guys options. The decision you make on your own is what you make on your own. But we don't know what we don't know. We don't know what we don't know. We know what we learn from our friends, our family, our teachers, people that's around us, right? And everybody wants to help us. Everybody want to help somebody, but we only know so much. And a lot of times people help you based on their situation. I've helped thousands of people not just on this channel. I'm talking about locally, well before the channel was even created. That's how the channel got started. People kept asking so many questions, and I was like, let me just throw it on YouTube. And somebody called me from Detroit. I gotta look that client up, because that was like 8,000 clients ago. All right. So, all right, here. That's what I'm talking about. Keep the questions coming. Also, to Travis, make sure you send us an email, Travis. Make sure you email us, Travis, We got to get you on the books for next week. Got to get you on the books for next week. Travis been rocking with us for a minute, and these schedules have been kind of going back and forth. All right, so now Let's Go TV says they had a question. All right, I just came here. Well, JC, you got to get caught up. All right, so either way, what if you're using your car to do gig work and that's your only source of income? Very good question. Very good, because this is a trend. A lot of people say, listen, I don't really want to do a 9 to 5 because for whatever reason, right? Whether the schedule don't work or they want to kind of just have whatever they want to do, that's fine. Now, the biggest thing is the higher your credit score, the less the bank is going to need to give you an auto loan. Did you know that there are banks that will give you an auto loan without a driver's license? Yes. Yes. There are banks that don't ask for proof of income. There are banks that don't need check stubs. They don't need your work history. They need a 5-liner. First name, last name, social security number, date of birth, and address. That's what we call a 5-liner. Five little lines of information. Right now, they're gonna still act. They still gotta have on record that you got a job, but they may not ask for proof of that. They say, "Oh, you work at such and such. How long you been working there? About 2 years? Oh, okay, cool. And that score range is about 640, 650 or higher. 640, 650 or higher. If it's a car that costs under 30,000, if the car costs under 30,000, let me go better than that. If the total cost of the car is under your yearly income, and your credit score is over 640, they're more than likely not going to ask for proof of income. Okay. Now again, this is when I sold 550 cars in 4 years. Okay. I know somebody on the old video was like, "You always telling us that." Yeah, because I helped a lot of people. I'm telling you that to say I know this stuff, and not like in an arrogant way. I'm just saying like I've helped people with this situation. Does that make sense? Okay. So if that's your only source of income, it's not the end of the world. The biggest thing is gonna be credit, guys. Credit is more important than income. Because with credit, the higher your score, these banks might not even ask for your income. They trust you. They say, "Listen, we don't even want to ask." There are some banks. Watch this. Y'all ready? Some banks don't want to ask. They don't want to ask. How do you guys think 2008 happened? That was a lot of people not asking. Okay? You say, "Well, Calvin, that was back in 2008. That still goes on to this day. That's it. Listen, how many of you all have shown proof of income for a credit card? Most of you guys haven't. They trust you. That's why it's harder to get a credit card than it is to get approved for a house. I'm going to do another video on that. Get ready for that one. Y'all ain't ready for that one. It's harder to get approved for a certain type of credit card than it is to get approved for a mortgage. We'll go into that another time. All right? We'll go into that for another time. There we go, Brian. Brian say facts. See? That's my brother now. But no, that's the thing. Guys, we want to help you all. All we're trying to do is make sure you guys know your options. You guys got options. If you say, "Man, you know what, Calvin, I hear you, but I don't know if I want to do that," then hey, that's cool. Listen, you got to say, "Okay, listen, what's going to work for you?" Because at the end of the day, that bill's going to come in your name. At the end of the day, that's your credit, right? It's got to make sense to you. It's got to make sense. All right, listen, someone say, "Listen, someone over here with this notepad out, she ain't messing around." So listen, someone says, "Okay, what about a high score but bankruptcy? What lender do you suggest for an auto loan?" Okay, so now let's go into that. Summer, real quick. You got a chapter 7. Well, it really don't really matter if you got a chapter 7 or 13. I'm thinking homeownership. So when you're getting a car, they don't too much care about bankruptcies when you're buying a car. When you're refinancing, though, the bankruptcy time frame will matter. If it was a chapter 7 and it's been within, you know what? I want to make sure this is general because see, if I saw Summer's credit report, then I'll be able to say, "Hey, this is what you got to do." But I want to be real general with everybody so I can make sure that this is going to go be for everybody. Okay. So with a bankruptcy, and the reason why I keep looking up because I'm trying to remember from my car selling days, and I still help people do this to this day. But if you have a previous bankruptcy, regardless if it's excuse me, no, I'm not gonna say regardless. If it was a chapter 7 and you've rebuilt your credit since your chapter 7 was discharged, you should be fine. That's why a lot of soft pulls are starting to pop up, guys. A lot of soft pulls are starting to pop up. Okay. That's why a lot of soft pulls are starting to pop up because they know that people don't want to commit without seeing the terms first. The terms got to make sense. Okay. Oh, Danielle, you say you asked the second question. I got you. Don't worry. So that's how you want to do it. You want to make sure that it makes sense. It's gotta make sense. It's gotta make sense. If it doesn't make sense, then it won't make sense at all. This is how the bank thinks about it. Okay. So if it's a chapter 7, they're gonna look at no, I'm sorry, how quick you have you reestablished your credit since the chapter 7. Did you know 70% of people that file bankruptcy never reestablished their credit properly? Keyword properly. But you know why? Because banks don't be sending you stuff in the mail like that. See, when you're in the 600s, 700s, 800s, you get stuff in the mail all the time. Get this credit card, get this credit card. But after you like fresh out of a bankruptcy, you might get some stuff, but you like, I don't know, you don't trust it, or you don't want to make the same mistakes again, right? That's a chapter 7. A chapter 13 is a little bit different because a chapter 13 is a payment plan, and you might be in the middle of that chapter 13. If you're in the chapter 13, then it has to be approved by the trustee. If you're done with the chapter 13, or if you dismissed it, right? If the chapter 13 has been discharged or it has been dismissed, then you got to just apply and see what they say. And again, that's refinancing, okay? And you'll be able to see what you can do. Okay? Brian said, bro, facts. For real. That's legit. All right. So now you got that, okay? So does that answer your question, Summer? If not, what lender do you suggest for an auto loan? Well, so here's the catch with a lot of these lenders. They don't let you apply with them directly. But you can do this though. Go ahead and do a Capital One. Thanks, Summer. All right, so do you want to do Capital One auto loan? It's a soft pull too, by the way, guys. It's a soft pull. And depending on what state you're in, they'll send you an email certificate, kind of like a mortgage pre-approval. It'll say, hey, I'm gonna use Summer because she keep asking all these good questions. Her and Danielle. Don't worry, Danielle, I got you. And so they'll say, hey, Summer, here is a auto loan approval for X amount of dollars. And you can take that to the dealership, depending on what state you're in. A lot of states have opted out of that because they rather just say, hey, you're approved, go to the dealership. Okay? Because numbers do change. Because what people put in the application versus what people can prove is two different things. They say, yeah, I make $100,000 a year. No, you make $86,000 a year. That's a difference because your debt to income. You said I make $40,000 a year. No, you make 31. And it's not, again, there is no right or wrong number, but you can't lie about this stuff, man. You can't. You can't have a low credit score or a previous bankruptcy and start lying. You already lied. You can't lie no more. Okay? Can't lie no more. All right. So you're good to go. Someone says you know your stuff. Man, you know what, Summer? I've seen over 10,000 credit reports. Over 10. Easy. That's what I'm telling you guys. I know it's a lot of credit channels and everybody wants to help you, but they haven't seen enough scenarios. They haven't. I'm not saying I know it all, but I've seen almost everything. From you name it, I've seen it. Okay. So someone said she over here dying. She over here cracking up. All right. So now let me go and go up here to Danielle's question because I don't want to get beat up. Okay. Danielle look like she from west side of Chicago. She is not playing. I'm just playing, Danielle. I don't know where you're from. Where you from, Danielle? Tell us something. Okay. All right. So real quick, Danielle says, so if you co-sign for someone, do you know when you can get your name off of it? Oh, let me go. See, I don't want to mess up my streaming, but I was going to look. I did a video on that. I just did a video on that too. I did a video on how quick you can get your name off of. I did that. So go ahead and go to my channel and go and type in co-sign. By the way, guys, real quick, if you are not a YouTube member, you need to become a YouTube member, okay? Why do you need to become a YouTube member? Travis will tell you. Some of my members are in here watching this right now. Some of you guys, listen, you got to watch this stuff, okay, guys? So, hey, let's wrap this up. Sorry, my 8-year-old. I'll let him stay up a little late. But either way, so now what you want to do is, he ain't looking. But anyway, what you want to do is, again, you got to become a YouTube member, guys. Why is that important? Because we do member-only lives. That's where you can tell me your situation and I can give you guidance that's not general, okay? I need to know your situation to give you a proper game plan. I need to know your situation to get a proper game plan, guys. You can become a YouTube member, guys. To do so, all you got to do is go to the channel homepage, become a YouTube member. You get early access. Listen, y'all know that video y'all was just watching the other day? PenFed being better than Navy Federal? My members already watched that video 2-3 days before it came out. Okay, you get exclusive access to stuff. I'm about to drop 2 or 3 more videos Let me slow down. At least 1 to 2 this weekend, and my members will get early access. Those interviews y'all won't see them for like weeks. If y'all, and I'm talking about it's straight heat. Y'all listen, y'all thought that Sledge interview was good? Listen, I'm telling you, I got way more lined up. And you guys want to get this stuff early and get it early. I'm not just interviewing these random people. I'm interviewing people that know what they're talking about. Okay? So make sure you get up in that. But if you got goals, I want you guys to here. If you got goals that you're trying to hit this year, I want you to put goals in the comments. Put goals in the comments. Put goals in the comments. If you got a goal to get a high limit credit card, if you got a goal to go into home ownership, I'm not trying to sell y'all on nothing. You got goals whether you watch my channel or not. So I want you guys to understand something. Let's put a plan in place. Let's stop praying about it. Let's stop telling your friends about it. Let's stop telling your pastor about it. Let's stop telling let's stop telling your unsupportive boyfriend about it. Guys, let's stop telling your unsupportive girlfriend about these goals if they're not trying to help you. I can help you. I can help you. If you want to listen, y'all don't listen. I stopped doing videos of like success stories because y'all weren't watching them. I'm like, hey, y'all ain't watching this? So I stopped putting them up there. But listen, I'm telling you, I can help you. If you want to get a house, easy. Let me tell y'all something. I've helped over 500 people locally get a house. Here's the thing. Here's the crazy part. Most of the people that we've helped get a house locally, they don't even know about the YouTube channel because I'm not bragging on that. And to me, it's not like, it's not that. I want to help people. I'm just here to help you. So listen, become a YouTube member. Some of you guys need to become a YouTube member, okay? Listen, let's get your goal. I just want to help you accomplish your goal. It's month to month. You can cancel at any time. You got a goal to go into homeownership. We got enough time to get you there this year. Okay, I'm dropping something tomorrow. Regardless of your credit score, I can help you qualify for a house in 90 days or less. If you want to go into homeownership, get ready for that tomorrow. I'm not going to spend time on that right now. That's tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to announce that tomorrow, but that won't start until next month. But I'm announcing it tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But again, whether you want to get a car, lease a car, go into homeownership, get a rental property, get a high limit credit card, or just get an overall higher credit score, I can help you. I've helped thousands of people. Thousands. This ain't no bluff, okay? You guys can go back to, listen, I got something for y'all. If you Google, ooh, man, y'all got some good comments up here. Okay, good. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all got goals. Listen, Summer say she got goals. Summer say, listen, I want you guys to put your goals inside the comments. Put your goals inside the comments. Okay? It's okay. This is a safe space. This is a safe space. See, you are who you hang around. I'm gonna put that in the comments for the those who are coming back. You are who you hang around. You are who you hang around. Okay? So now, you are who you hang around. What does that mean? If you want to be a homeowner and you are in a group with other people who want to be a homeowner, it's a matter of time before you what? Man, y'all smart. Become a homeowner, right? But if you want to be a homeowner and you keep talking to people that's not homeowners as far as advice on buying a house, they can't help you. If you want to lower your car payment, but everybody in your circle got high car payments and they trying to lower theirs too, right? But they ain't got the answers. They don't have the answers. You got to be in a group where the answers are. I can help you. The group can help you. Okay? Listen, Danielle said, listen, she want to be a home ownership and financial stability. Danielle, check this out. Don't you miss this tomorrow, Danielle. You better be on there tomorrow. I'm going to show you guys how to qualify for a house, regardless of your credit score, 90 days or less, period. Y'all think I'm playing? Here, you know what? Here, I'm going to show y'all something. Y'all think I'm playing? Hold on a second. Hang in there with me. Hang in there. All right, so here, I'm going to share my screen. Give me a second. Hang in there. Boom. Hold up. All right, so here, check this out. I'm going to show y'all something. Y'all ready? All right, so here, we're going to do a window. Boom. Y'all see that? That's my real estate brokerage. 110 5-star Google reviews. I'm not playing. Okay? I'm not playing, guys. I'm telling you this. Here, it gets better. Y'all think, hold on. Y'all think, here's the thing. I'm telling you, I do this. Look at all these people. Now, everybody I didn't help personally, but I train my team on how to help these people go into homeownership, regardless of their credit score. Now, that doesn't mean that you can buy a house with a 300 credit score, a 400 credit score, a 500 credit score. Okay, I won't spend too much time on this because I know some of you guys didn't come for this. I just want to show you guys I do this. They're not gonna show you. Now, here's the crazy part. Over 60 to 70% of the people y'all seeing, they didn't even qualify for a house. They didn't even know about the YouTube channel. I showed them what they needed to do to qualify for homeownership. Listen, I could keep clicking this until my finger get hurt. Until my finger hurt. Look at this. It will not stop. I'm telling you, there's no other. Look, it did stop too. Hold on. Oh, because they still loading up. They're still loading up. Look at this. I'm telling you, y'all think I'm playing. I've been putting people in houses. I've been putting people in cars. I've been doing this. Yeah, listen, some of y'all, listen, if y'all new to the channel, welcome to the channel. But I'm telling you, I've been doing this for a long time, man. A long time. I helped them with their credit if needed. I helped them this is their house. I'm telling you, man, I love what I do. I swear I do. Okay? Is this helpful? She says, oh, that's awesome. So listen, I'm telling you, 5-star Google reviews. I do that. There are people on YouTube that can help you. I promise you this. Y'all need to start asking more for receipts. Y'all need to see some receipts on here, okay? Some of you guys be like, man, okay, I see what they talking about. I'll try it out. This ain't no try it out. This ain't no finna do. We gonna do it. It's going to happen. Danielle, if you trying to be into a house, you better be there tomorrow. Be there tomorrow, okay? I'm telling you, okay? Listen, how will I know when you're on? Oh, don't worry, you can watch the replay. I'll put a post up, okay? I'll put a post up. All right, so here, someone says high limit credit cards. Yeah, we're gonna help you do that. Excellent credit and homeownership. Boom, boom. Let me tell you, I'm telling you. Listen, man, let me show y'all this. Hold on. Y'all think I'm playing? Y'all think I'm playing? Ain't that me? Ain't that me? See, look, people don't even know about the YouTube channel. They don't even know about the YouTube channel because I'm not telling people about that, man. Like, I'm not even doing that. Some of y'all didn't even know I own a real estate broker. So I don't be talking about that stuff, man. Listen, I mean, clients leaving testimonials. Like, Joe, it's crazy. Listen, the local people, Joe, they are so spoiled. They are so spoiled because I love what I do. Man, I love what I do. Either way, let me get up out of here, man. I don't want to lose y'all tonight. I don't want to lose y'all. Y'all crazy for still hanging around, okay? What other goals y'all got? Travis says, do you help people buy houses in other states? All right, so check this out. Check this out. Travis, now you already know. No, you don't, not in a negative way. Now, Travis, we got something coming for you. Stay tuned. I want y'all to stay tuned. I'm working on something that's going to revolutionize everything you guys have ever seen in your entire life. I'm not playing around. I'm not playing around. I promise you. This is something you guys have never seen before. I don't care what you've seen. You have never seen this. And here's the thing. Travis done already tested it out. It's the 850 Club software. Now, I know I haven't talked about it in a while because we're having software issues, but I got good news. We should have a timeline pretty soon. Everything should be good to go very soon. But here's the thing. We're going to be adding a couple pieces to it. So hang in there with me. Now, if you guys can wait a little bit just to the end of the year, but if you don't want to wait, become a YouTube member. I'm still gonna help you. Okay, you don't have to wait for the software to come out. You do not have to wait. Become a YouTube member in the meantime, so I can help you get your goals right. But if you're trying to go into homeownership, like if you're trying to go, listen. If you are a 300 credit score, if you got no credit, if you got a bankruptcy, the bankruptcy, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Let me slow down. But if your score is not where it needs to be, and you want to go into homeownership, easy. Okay, I'll put you into a house. There's nothing. Listen, everybody that's gonna be there tomorrow can be in the house before Thanksgiving. No more Thanksgiving at somebody else's house. Thanksgiving's at your house this year. Okay. Now let's go. TV said homeownership, paying off debt, residual income. Boom. We're gonna get you a rental property. People pay rent every single month. Listen, it's nothing like mailbox money. Money that come into ain't mailbox. Anybody sending no checks like that. But it's gonna be Cash App money, or however you want to get that money. That's Zelle, or if you want to go through a software, whatever you want to do, you can do that. All right. But now, personal and business credit says, oh, that's his name. That's smart. Wait, is it? That better not. I wonder, is that real FICO? Is that FICO for real? That can't be FICO for real. Y'all, I know y'all not up late. What about bankruptcies? As far as what? So yeah, bank. So fight. I don't know who that is. I know that's not FICO.com. Because listen, y'all owe me a conversation. I've been trying to talk to y'all for years. Yeah. So make sure y'all. All right. So either way, guys, I don't want to hold y'all up too long. Was any of this helpful? If any of this was helpful, put thank you in the comments. I've been going over an hour giving y'all these gems. Man, I love what I do. And see, honestly, guys, that's why I started this. Who been rocking with me since the beginning? Who's here? Who been here since day one? I know a lot of new people here. Who been here since day one? Who been here since day one? I'm talking about since like, man, from like, see, look at this. I'm talking about since like back in the day. Back in the day. Oh man. Let me show y'all something. This is fun. This guy right here found me on YouTube. He found me on YouTube. He told his wife about me. He told his wife. Though his wife says, I don't know if you should be trusting these random people on YouTube. Boom. They got a house. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Okay? Here, I know y'all got y'all favorite YouTuber. We need receipts. We need them. We need them. Not receipts to brag, just to say, I hear you. Show me. Show me. Show me that what you're saying works. Show me. And I promise you this. Listen, I do this. Y'all think I'm done. I'm gonna jump off this live. Listen, I'm done. I'm done. Okay. No, it's not FICO. Dang. I was gonna say y'all up late. But here, I need clarification on that question so we can wrap up. You'll be the last question for the day. Last question for the day. Okay. Last question for the day. If you can send it in like 60 seconds so I can wrap up. I got some stuff to work on. I gotta get my members right. I gotta get my members right. Okay. Gotta get my members right. Okay. So either way, let me go ahead and stop sharing that. And was this helpful tonight, guys? Was this helpful tonight, guys? Was it helpful? If it was helpful, put thank you in the comments. Put thank you. Not just not for my ego. This is just for people that's coming back for the replay. Okay. And someone said I've been following you for years. Okay, I followed you for years when you did a video about apartment approval. Dang! Joe, that was like we talking like that was like one of my first videos. Summer been here for a minute. Summer, if you've been watching these videos, listen, we finna put you in this house. It's your turn now. It's your turn. Here, I want you guys to put in the comments, it's my turn. Listen, it's time for us to start putting an action plan. No, I'm dead serious. It's time for us to start putting an action plan. An action plan that's going to work. An action plan that's going to work specifically. Oh yeah, listen, don't y'all forget too, I sure forgot. It's a free ebook. It's a free ebook right there. Some of you guys got this ebook. Some of you guys got it already. I did add a couple more things to it. So to make sure you got it, go ahead and download. You can get the new version, okay? But now I'm talking about new version means like I just updated it this year. So if you downloaded it this year, ain't nothing changed. But if you downloaded before this year, I added some new stuff to it, still free. So make sure y'all go and do that. It's your turn. Danielle said it's my turn. Listen, you right it is. You work hard. Listen, some of y'all go to work early. Y'all get overtime. Y'all stay late. Y'all come in early. You care about your kids. You care about your family. Let's put a game plan together. Stop playing. Let's stop playing. We are too old to be playing. Some of y'all like, Calvin, I'm only 19. You still too old to be playing. The faster you accomplish your goals, the faster you can enjoy. You can enjoy what you worked so hard for. This ain't just a regular video. You want regular videos? Go to somebody else's channel. I'm all about giving you a game plan. We put action behind that game plan so we can applaud you later. Okay? If you Google 850 Club Credit or Park Place Realty, I don't play with this. Okay? I don't play with this. I help people accomplish their goals. I promise you. Now, don't get me wrong. Have there been times where things have come up or whatever the case may be, or the client wasn't serious? Absolutely. But 98% of the time, we gonna deliver. Okay? If you are a YouTube member, if you have goals and you're not a YouTube member, you need to become a YouTube member tonight. Okay? I'm going live. I may go live, if not Sunday, it's gonna be early next week. It's gonna be next week. I'm going live. Members only live. Members only. Okay? And I'm telling you, that's what we say. Hey, what's your situation? What's your goals? Let's talk. I'm answering everybody questions. Everybody on there gets their questions answered. Now, y'all get y'all questions answered based on the topic. Okay? And if but members, man, I'm spoiling them. I got way more coming for y'all. Way more. All right. So Jomo says, I just started following you, and I've been listening to all your videos all week. Oh man, you binging. When I'm home on the drive, I can't thank you enough. So much useful info. No, man, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome to the channel. Veronica said, "Hey, Mike Brown in the house. Mike Brown in the house. Mike Brown in the house. What's good? What's good? What's good?" Oh, so listen, how to be a YouTube member? Ooh, right. Listen, go to if you guys are subscribed, go to the homepage and click join. Or you can click on any of my videos and you'll see where it says join. Okay. If I put a link in there, if I put the link in there, the link is weird. When I put the link in there, it's gonna open up it's gonna open up the mobile version on your web browser. No matter if you got an iPhone or Android, it doesn't matter. It's just how YouTube kind of does it. But it's easier to, again, you guys can on this video, you guys can like go and you guys see where it says join. Okay. See where it says join. Or you can go to the channel homepage and join. Okay, you got to be you got to be a credit master though. The masters is where we go to 8 if you want the lives. Okay, but if you just want to just ask questions during my lives, that's different. But the member only lives, you got to be an 850 Club master, guys. It's $10 a month. It's $10 a month. Listen. Where else can you get all of your credit questions answered for $10 a month? I'll wait. I don't have to wait. You know why? Because ain't nobody doing that. They can't help you. Some people only know about credit cards, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that's the best. They can only take you that far. Some people say, listen, I sold cars, and that's the best they can do. They can only help you with auto loans. Some people say, listen, I sell houses, and they can only help you with that. I'm well-rounded. Okay? I'm well-rounded. So here, and I promise you, it's very rare that I don't have the answer. It's very rare. Not bragging or boasting. I've seen like so many credit reports. I've seen so many, and not just from my clients. Just when I was at the dealership, Joe, you know how many people got denied? Here, I'm done. I am done. I gotta leave. Here, oh no, wait, Veronica, real quick. My last question. I got you. Can you buy a house with an apartment eviction? Yes, you can. And I'll show you how to do it tomorrow, Veronica. If you there, if you there tomorrow, I'll show you how to do it. Let me show you something. If you have a repossession, I can show you how to buy a house. If you have an eviction, I can show you how to buy a house. Some of you guys are probably thinking, man, it's probably some weak program. Nope, it ain't. Nope. Stop being negative. Sometimes some of you all are stopping yourself from your goals because you're simply being negative. Stop being negative. And you may not even know that you're being negative. You may be inadvertently being negative, which means that what's coming out your mouth, because see, you put so much garbage in, garbage comes out. Right? You put that, like when you put that chicken in the trash can at night. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And you wake up the next morning, you're like, right. Garbage in, garbage out. Right? So again, and I'm not saying it may not be you. My point is that here, you can do it. You just need to tell the right people your goals. The right people your goals. Here's the news flash. I'm that people. I'm that person. I'm the person that's going to help you get there. Let's do it, guys. I will see you all tomorrow, okay? Listen, if this was helpful, make sure y'all share this. Make sure you guys like this, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Y'all got too much.